Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So currently we are seated in a playoff spot, going 31, 23, and 8 in the first pretty much half of the season. We did make two trades also in last episode, acquiring Peter Mrazek, who is now our starting goaltender. He's been really solid. And then we also got Tommy Wingels, who's not been too bad on the bottom six. Now since we are currently in a wildcard spot, I want to secure that playoff spot, so we are going to make a couple trades to help out our bottom six and hopefully get better defensively so we could get into the playoffs and maybe go past even the first round, luckily. So the trades we are going to make, the first one is going to be with the Anaheim Ducks. So this one, I don't know if it's going to go through or what. They do want the guy that we're going to give up, so we are going to give up Derek Ryan. He's not the greatest defensively, and I want to improve the defense, like I said, so we're going to get rid of Derek Ryan, and we're going to send him to Anaheim in exchange for another center who's actually one overall better than him, but he is a bit of an older center, and that is Antoine Vermette, who's got 4-star defense, so a bit better, but he's better in all the situations. He's really good at face-offs too, so that means we would have 3 face-off men who have 80 plus on the face-off dot, so that would be huge. So Antoine Vermette is what we're going to try and acquire back. As you can see, the trade values look pretty even, and they do want Derek Ryan, so this trade might go through on its own. If not, we could add maybe like a 7th rounder to this, so let's see if it goes through. Rejected. Apparently it's not sufficient at all, but that looks really close to me. I guess we have to throw in a 7th. Wait, not from them. I want to throw in a 7th. I don't know if they're even going to want it. Oh, they do actually want the 7th, so we could throw in a 7th, and hopefully that would go through. Rejected still, really. You have that deep of a center core, and you don't want to give it up. We could always give away the Chicago Blackhawks 5th round pick, that we acquired from the Tommy Wingels Scott Darling trade. So let's see if that goes through. There you go. So welcome aboard, Antoine Vermette, just to kind of help us out for the year. And then there's another trade I'm going to make to try and help out the bottom 6. I don't know if this one's going to go through either, but this one is an interesting trade as well. Calgary does not want to give up the guy, but I think it would help out our third line especially. So we are going to be trying to acquire Michael Furland, who is 80 overall in only 25. Once again, a third line checking forward, a bit better defensively than some of the players we have down there. So we're going to acquire Furland, and we're going to give back Brock McGinn, who they actually want. Now McGinn could still grow, but he's probably going to cap off at a 77 or something, so he's nothing too huge. So let's see if that actually might go through. I think there's more value on our side, so let's see if it goes through. Rejected. Woefully insufficient. Well, I guess we could add some more late round draft picks, because this year's draft is a really bad one, so we could always add our 6th in, maybe our 7th too, if need be. Rejected. Okay, we'll try and throw in our 7th as well. I don't care about giving up these late round picks, because we got our first 3 rounds still rejected. Damn. What else do they want on our block? Is there any little prospect I could give up? I'm not giving away any roster players. Zekov's actually got a good amount of trade value, and I think he was listed as a 4th liner in the AHL, right? Yeah. I don't want to give up Zekov though, kind of. Jeremy Smith. I think that would help a goaltender if we gave up Jeremy. I don't know why they make this go through. Too many goalies. I'll give them something they don't want then. Let's just go to defenseman. They want Klaus Dahlbeck, but I don't want to give up Dahlbeck necessarily, because I'd have to call up a depth defender. Let's just give them an unsigned defenseman. I don't even know, because I do want Furland. That would help us out a lot. They still don't want it. Okay, so I guess maybe we won't try and go for Furland. But we will make at least that one trade that we just did, which was the Vermette deal. So I guess only one trade here at the deadline, just to help us hopefully get into the playoff picture and play better defensively. Like, Derek Ryan was listed as a depth guy. Now, for some reason, Vermette went down to a 79, but he should go back up to an 80. Still really good defensively. And for some reason, that went best. Oh, wait, I went best roster. That's why. Okay, I was going to say. So, we had our line set up like that. Okay, so that looks decent. Tommy Wingles, I want on the fourth line, though, and I want Stempniak up there, I think. Yeah, our defense still looking strong. I am going to change our defensive core up a bit, put Pesci down to the top 6 pairing because Fleury's listed as the top 4 now. And I want to give him some ice time. He's also on the power play now too. And that should be fine. Hopefully those guys are fine with their ice time. We are going to have to get rid of somebody on the defensive core in the off season, I think. But I think that's all we are going to do. So currently we are at 70 points. We are 31, 23, and 8. Let's see if we can make these playoffs here in year number 1. Hopefully there's nothing that, no bad streaks, losing streaks. Come on, guys, let's get some wins. There you go. Nice shutout win to start off. Okay, so we played good defensively in all 3 of those games, even that loss. Come on, let's get some more wins here, boys. Scouting assignment. Let's send out our scout to, what were we scouting before? It's been a while since I made a video. I think I was going to go forwards for 3 weeks after I did goalies, so I think it was something like that. There you go. We are playing actually really good so far. Better defensively. 35, 25, and 8. Come on, guys. Let's just keep on winning games. OT loss and a shootout loss. Well, that's still points. So, well, we still need 2 points every single night if we can. I'm used to the simulation going so much slower than this because I've been playing NHL 2006 recently. And there's 3 straight wins. So we are definitely playing good. Hopefully that keeps up for the last little bit and we clinch that playoff spot. There you go. Another win. That's 4 in a row, 5 in a row. I think we should be clinching. Which means, I don't know if it's Mrazek or what it is that's helping us get to these playoffs. Maybe it's our defensive core because their defense is really strong. So let's scout the United States for goalies for, I think we were doing like a month at a time and then we were going for 3 weeks for forwards. So 6 in a row. We should be clinching, I think, by now. Let's see, where are we? Yeah, we're second in our division with 92 points. Pittsburgh's crawling their way back into the playoffs, which I do not like because obviously Pittsburgh's always a good team to play against in the playoffs. 6-3 loss. Come on, guys, just get another win. Clinch a playoff spot. We lost 2 games in a row now in regulation. We can't afford losses. Not this late. And, wow, okay, it's getting really tight now all of a sudden. Come on, guys, we just need to get like 2 wins here and clinch these playoffs. We got 4 games left. Game against the Rangers, and we won 4-1, so that's a big win. We should be clinching soon. There you go. We have qualified for the playoffs. So the Carolina Hurricanes have made the playoffs year number 1. So at least that is a success. Hopefully we can go farther than the first round. I don't know if we can, but you never know. Hopefully Vermette helps us out because he's got experience with Anaheim. Not necessarily Stanley Cup Finals appearances, but still. And our last game of the season against Tampa Bay, we win 3-2. So we finished our first season 44, 28, and 10. Pretty solid record. Our HL teams look like they actually shit the bed near the end and they may not have made the playoffs, which kind of sucks. So we finished, second best in our division behind Columbus, ahead of the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Flyers, and the Caps just barely squeak in. So, and the Rangers finished the bottom, which is kind of realistic because the Rangers aren't playing the greatest this season. So let's take a look at our player stats for the season. So Justin Falk, see, that's why I did not trade him. 62 points in 82 games. I didn't want to trade him because I think he needs to stay with the team until we're able to move him out. So I think we might move him out in the off season if we want to give like Slavin and Pesci and Fleury and stuff more ice time. Because he has, I think, 2 years after this year, yeah. So we could trade him away always to like Detroit and pick up some people. Like people are suggesting I could pick up Larkin for him almost. So that would help out our first line center position. So Skinner with 57 points. Williams 57 points at age 36. Really nice. 56 points for Teravainen. 53 for Rask. And he's still an 81. Decent points for pretty much everybody. I know Vermette, I think, had 20-something points. Yeah, I think Vermette had 22 points when he was with Anaheim, if I remember checking properly, because I checked often, and got 34 points, and he's actually a plus 14. He was like a plus 8, I think, with Anaheim, or plus 6. So he definitely helped us out defensively. Now that's why I picked him up. And, okay, so decent amount of points for everybody. Some of the defensemen didn't put up much points, but it was a pretty solid season nonetheless. Goaltending, yeah, see, that's why I picked up Peter Mrazek. Hopefully he gets some good growth out of that. 36, 19, and 9, 7 shutouts, a 920 save percentage, and at 2.36 goals against average. This is the reason we made the playoffs, I think. Definitely a great trade acquisition. Let's take a look at our minors. So Hoffman led. How about some of our other prospects? So Foegele, Zikov is not. I don't know if he's going to be a good player. Nicholas Roy, 42 points. Gautier's got 41 points up to a 70. Not too bad. Oh yeah, and I realized, guys, that Nick Haas, the reason he wasn't growing because he was scratched. And I guess he was scratched the entire season because I put him back on and then I must have went best line. So, hopefully he still gets growth in the offseason. Jelkovic stayed at 69, but he played pretty solid, actually. Okay, so that's the player stats. Now let's see. Might as well check the entire league because I never did that in my Minnesota series. So let's see who led the league. Kucherov with 97 points and Stamkos. Wow, this is actually kind of realistic. Okay, makes sense. Who led in goals? Ovechkin with 54. Stamkos actually was up there in 52. Goalie leaders, Bishop had the most wins. Mike Smith was up there as well. Jonathan Quick. Mrazek actually was up there in shutouts, I think. Yeah, he was. Wow. Good job, Peter. Hopefully he grows to like an 86, 87 by next season, because I know I've seen him jump up randomly to like 89 sometimes. Okay, so now let's see the team stats, actually, because we want to see where we finished in the standings, our power play percentage, all that stuff, and then we will see who we're up against in the first round of the playoffs. So we finished 8th best in the entire league, pretty solid. Goals for per game, we had 220, which was 2.68 goals per game. Not the greatest, so we weren't a very offensively based team. Goals against wise, we were... Where were we? We were one of the best defensive teams, like one of the top 10, 2.56. So we let in 10 less goals than we scored. Okay, power play, not the greatest. Looks like, yeah, it was one of the worst power plays, 18.3%. Our penalty kill went to an 80.7, which is okay. Shorthanded goals for, we had how much? Where are we? We didn't have that much shorthanded goals, I guess. 3 shorthanded goals. We played 21, 16, and 4 on home ice, 23, 12, and 6 on the road, and our last 10, 7, 3, and 0. Okay, so now the final thing we need to do is see who we're up against in the first round of the playoffs, and then that'll be it for this episode. And then next episode, we'll do round 1. That will be on Friday. Like I said, guys, this series is only twice a week, even though it does seem like I'm not uploading that often, because it feels like my channel is like slowly dying if I don't upload. But whatever, so we're up against the Pittsburgh Penguins in the first round. Not an opponent we want to have, considering Pittsburgh's always really stacked. Their lines should pretty much look the same as they always do, I'd assume. Maybe they picked up some pieces at the deadline to help themselves out as well. So they got Hornquist, Crosby, and Kessel. You know that's going to be lethal. Gensel, Malkin, and Sheary. Hagelin, Rust, and Kuhnhackl. Reeves, Sheahan, and Daniel Sprong. So yeah, that's a pretty good forward core, obviously. Justin Schultz with Chris Letang, who's an 89. Dumoulin and Cole, Mata, and Alexiak. So yeah, it's pretty much the same roster, except for they also got Tristan Jarry and Matt Murray. Scratch, they have Ruidell, Hunwick, and Trotman. So no depth forwards, actually. So overall wise, I obviously were scared of them because they got Crosby and Malkin and they got the experience. So hopefully somehow we could pull out a win and get to the second round of the playoffs. But here is the playoff tree, so you guys can see Detroit actually made the playoffs. So the team we made the trade with for Mrazek made the playoffs. So that's might not, if we play them in the playoffs, that might not turn out in our favor, that trade. But anyways, that's going to do it for this episode of our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So next episode, we'll do round 1 against the Pittsburgh Penguins. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.